It is the same as that of constituent substances. Mixture shows the properties of constituent substances. Okay, clear? Mixtures are classified as homogeneous and heterogeneous. Mixture can be classified into two: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Mixtures can be classified into two: homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. Mixtures whose components mix completely with each other to make a uniform composition are called homogeneous mixtures. Listen, mixtures whose components mix completely with each other. If we are mixing two or more elements or compounds and they are mixing completely with each other to make a uniform composition, and we got a mixture of uniform composition, then such mixtures are called homogeneous mixtures. For example, alloy is a homogeneous mixture. Otherwise, sugar solution is a homogeneous mixture. Salt solution is a homogeneous mixture. From sugar solution, we are taking a sip from any part of that solution. We get the sugar taste. From salt solution, if we are sipping or tasting from any part of the solution, then it gives the same taste. That means it is uniform throughout and the composition is uniform and the components mixed completely with each other. If the components of the mixtures mix completely with each other, it makes a uniform composition. Then such mixtures are called homogeneous mixtures. Example, alloy, sugar solution, salt solution, etc. are the examples for homogeneous mixtures. So when you are asking a question, define homogeneous mixtures or what are homogeneous mixtures, remember that homogeneous mixtures are mixtures where the substance mixed completely with each other and forms a uniform composition. Such mixtures are called homogeneous mixtures. And defining heterogeneous, it is a mixture with a non-uniform composition. Here the composition is not uniform. That means the constituent substances did not mix completely. If they are mixing completely all together, then it forms a uniform composition. But here in heterogeneous mixture, the constituent substances does not mix completely with each other. That means it did not have a uniform composition. It has a non-uniform composition. So when we are differentiating homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures, we can say that for homogeneous mixtures, it have a uniform composition throughout. But for heterogeneous mixtures, it did not have a uniform composition. That means it is of non-uniform composition. As an example of homogeneous mixtures, we said alloy. Alloy as an example of homogeneous mixtures. Then you should know what an alloy is. Alloys are mixtures of two or more metals or a metal and a non-metal. Alloys are simply mixtures. It's a homogeneous mixture. It can be two or more metals or metal and non-metal and cannot be separated by physical methods. And these alloys cannot be separated by physical methods. That means two metals or metals and non-metals togetherly combined to form alloy. And this composition cannot be splitted or separated by physical methods. For example, alnico is an alloy. Do you heard that name? Alnico. It's an example for alloy. Alnico is an alloy. In this, aluminium, nickel, iron, cobalt and copper. These are the constituents of alnico. Aluminium, nickel, iron, cobalt, copper. That means 5 metals combine together to form that alloy. And the name of that alloy is alnico. Aluminium, nickel, iron, cobalt, and copper. That's called alnico. Okay. These are all metals, but metals and non-metals can also be togetherly called to form alloy. Stainless steel is an example for alloy. Clear? That's what all about mixtures. When we are studying mixtures, remember homogeneous and heterogeneous classification of mixtures. You are having questions, differentiate between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixtures, or what do you mean by homogeneous mixtures, or define homogeneous mixtures like that. So I think now it's clear to you how we can explain the mixtures, homogeneous and heterogeneous. Our next topic under consideration is solution. What is a solution? A solution is simply a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Two or more substances combine together to form a homogeneous mixture. We already discussed what a homogeneous mixture is. A homogeneous mixture is two or more elements or two or more compounds combined together to form a homogeneous mixture where it is of uniform composition. It is of uniform composition. Okay. Here in a solution, it is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Is called a solution. Is called a solution. The component of a solution present in small quantity is called a solute. We are having two terms, a solute and a solvent. This solute plus a solvent gives a solution. That means solute combines with a solvent gives a solution. Solute and solvent constitute or combine together to form solution. In that solution, the substance which is present in small quantity is called a solute. Substance which is present in small quantity is called a solute. Solute particles cannot be separated from the mixture by filtration. That means these solute particles cannot be separated using filtration. For example, when we are considering sugar solution, sugar is the solute and water is the solvent. Sugar dissolves in water. If we are using a filter paper or any other means of filtration, we cannot separate the sugar from that solution. Or when we are considering salt solution, salt is the solute and water is the solvent. And we cannot separate the salt from the solution using filtration. Then the component present in large quantity is called a solvent. In a solution, the component which is present in large quantity is called a solvent. Then solution comprises solute and solvent. Solute is the component which is present in small quantity and solvent is the component which is present in large quantity. Then the ability of a substance to dissolve in another substance is called its solubility. The ability of sugar to dissolve in water is the sugar's solubility. Like the similar way, the ability of salt to dissolve in water is its solubility. In general, we can say that the ability of a substance to dissolve in other substance, in any other substance, is called its solubility. Then the particles of solution are smaller than 1 nanometer in diameter. That means these particles are very small. if the diameter is very less than 1 nanometer, that means they are very, very small particles.